Good afternoon, everybody. Well, you can see my brainwave activity is pretty high. What I'm noticing is this is pretty interesting. Which channel is on the right? On the right is channel 2. Channel 2 is on my left. Yeah, my left hemisphere is much more active than my right. And maybe everybody's like that. I don't know. This is Devin Lockett. Good evening. This is the Peak Performance Protocol. But you know, just like I share the run and the swim and the weightlifting, I'm also sharing the brain training. Now today we're doing gamma synchrony neurofeedback again. All right, you can see on the bottom of your screen on the left is the Signet software, and you can see my dancing brain waves spiking all over the place. You can also notice that my left, which is on the right hand side, my left hemisphere is usually a little bit more active than the right. And this is what deliberate thought gives you. Okay, now that little bump right there was because I moved my eyebrows. This is very sensitive. This is what, 10 times more sensitive than an EKG. It's an EEG, an electroencephalograph. Measures your brain waves. It's called the NeuroAmp 2. Okay, yeah, not a cheap device, and the training to learn how to use it is not cheap, and you have to have a considerable amount of education before you're even allowed to take the training. But without further ado, since my training session is already in, I'm training frontal lobe to right temporal right temporal parietal junction, RTPJ, and LTPJ, left temporal parietal junction. That particular spot has been known to be associated with compassion, and on the other end of this spectrum, following the rules, right? So you want to be able to have compassion, and you also want to be able to adhere to the unforgiving rules wherever you are. Anyway, let me begin my training. As you know, I'm going to be looking at this screen, which is my feedback. Now, the gongs that you hear are my reward, which means that every time you hear a gong, both hemispheres of my brain are oscillating at 50 hertz in synchrony with each other. And the inhibits are what you see when the screen starts to get gray, and you're going to find that that usually corresponds with spikes. Like, watch this, when I blink, all right, you see how you can see the gray just pop up there. All right, but I'm going to get on. We're going to train for an hour, and you know, I may give you guys something to watch from time to time, a message from our sponsor, perhaps, to keep you guys from getting bored. You know what I mean? You know. Let's see how this
In
works.
the dynamic world of construction, where timelines are tight and projects demand agility, having reliable and efficient labor at your disposal is critical.
No, I gotta make it smaller, you know what I mean? And not really sure if Signet's gonna do that very easily with so many things on the screen. So anyway, enjoy. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Remember to hit the like button, like everything else. I'm going to keep training while you guys enjoy a word from our sponsor.
In the dynamic world of construction, where timelines are tight and projects demand agility, having reliable and efficient labor at your disposal is critical. Enter LaborDia, the ultimate app for streamlining your workforce needs. This innovative platform revolutionizes the way contractors connect with skilled day laborers, saving time, reducing hassle, and enhancing productivity on your construction sites. LaborDia empowers contractors by putting the control in their hands. With just a few taps, you can post the location of your construction site along with the rate you're offering for day labor. Laborers in your area will immediately see your job posting, complete with GPS indicators for easy navigation. This means no more waiting for days to find reliable workers. LaborDia ensures you're matched with laborers who are ready and eager to work, whether that's right now or at the crack of dawn tomorrow. What sets LaborDia apart is its seamless integration of technology to simplify your operations. The app's payment system, featuring PayPal and Zelle, eliminates the need for cumbersome cash transactions. Pay your workers directly and securely through the app, saving time and ensuring transparency. Plus, with LaborDia's mutual rating system, you can build a network of trusted laborers. Rate workers based on their punctuality, skills, and professionalism, and gain valuable insights from laborers who rate your job postings and site conditions. This feedback loop fosters accountability and trust on both sides, creating a stronger and more reliable workforce ecosystem. Safety and compliance are at the forefront of LaborDia's design. By offering tools for verifying worker profiles and guidance on labor laws, the app helps you maintain legal and ethical standards on every project. Additionally, features like geofencing ensure precise location tracking, so you know your team is where they need to be, when they need to be there. LaborDia doesn't just make your job easier, it helps you run your business smarter. Use the app to track payment history, analyze labor costs, and optimize your hiring strategy based on real-time demand insights. Whether you're managing a small renovation or overseeing a large-scale development, Labor Dia provides the flexibility to scale your workforce up or down with ease. In today's competitive construction industry, staying ahead means embracing tools that simplify and enhance your operations. Labor Dia is not just an app. It's a strategic partner that empowers you to focus on what you do best: building. Don't let labor shortages or inefficiencies slow you down. Join Labor Dia today and experience a smarter, faster, and more reliable way to manage your workforce. With Labor Dia, the future of construction staffing is in your hands.
Now watch my brainwave activity kick up right quick because I'm talking to you. The sun is going down, and I know watching someone do neurofeedback can be a little boring, so I'll try to spice it up by giving you guys commercials, messages from our sponsor.
Imagine a world where finding your next job is as easy as opening an app on your phone. Labour is here to make that vision a reality, connecting hard-working day labourers like you with construction contractors who need reliable workers. Whether you're looking for work today or planning ahead for tomorrow, Labour gives you the tools to take control of your schedule and secure steady opportunities. With Labour there's no more waiting at street corners or relying on word of mouth. Instead, you'll have instant access to job opportunities right in your area. Contractors post the location of their job sites along with the rate they're offering, and you can RSVP to the jobs that fit your skills and schedule. The app's GPS integration ensures you can easily find the job site, so you'll always know exactly where to go. One of the best parts of Labor Dia is its commitment to fairness and transparency. All job postings clearly display the pay rate, so you know upfront what you're earning. The app's built-in payment system, integrated with PayPal and Zelle, makes getting paid simple and secure. No more waiting for checks or dealing with cash. Your money goes directly into your account. Labor Dia also empowers you to build your reputation as a skilled and dependable worker. Contractors can rate your performance, helping you stand out and get chosen for more jobs. But it doesn't stop there. You can also rate contractors, ensuring they provide a safe and fair working environment. This mutual rating system helps create trust and accountability on both sides, making Labor Dia a community where quality work is rewarded. Beyond connecting you with jobs, Labor Dia is designed to support you in your career. Use the app to keep track of your work history and payments, making it easier to manage your finances and plan your future. And because Labor Dia is accessible on your smartphone, you can find and secure jobs anytime, anywhere, right from the palm of your hand. Labor Dia is more than just an app. It's your partner in success. We understand the challenges day laborers face, and we're here to make your work life easier, more predictable, and more rewarding. Join Labor Dia today and take the first step toward a brighter, more secure future. The opportunities are out there, and with Labor Dia, they're right at your fingertips.
Wow, that was the fastest hour-long session I've experienced in a while. It really flew by. I have to say, it really flew by. I guess you could tell by the gongs, the frequency of the gongs, that I actually, I achieved a shift at gamma and the gamma frequency years ago, so it's not really a big deal. Let me see. Maybe I could take off these headphones right quick. And shed just a little light on the situation. All right. So there you have it, people. Synchrony Neurofeedback. One more hour, and I feel great. I actually feel like going to the gym. I wish the gym was still open 24 hours. I wish 24-hour fitness was still living up to its name. They sold us out during COVID, and they never went back to living up to their name, to not false advertising. Now the paste, the electrolyte paste, okay, not to be confused with the dielectric, it's an electrolyte. It actually conducts, okay? It's actually conductive. The electrolyte paste comes off with water, but you know, I like using alcohol. Alcohol's better, you know. For cleanup, and I'm going to finish my cleanup when I go get in the shower. So thank you. This has been another session of Gamma Synchrony Neurofeedback. If you watch my previous videos, like the video I did about neurofeedback, it'll tell you basically a lot about neurofeedback. I'm only going to give you a little sample here. I'm not going to show you the whole video because it's kind of long, but I want you to look for the video on the Devin Lockett channel or Biomed RX TV, or just look up Devin Lockett on any of the video channels. Okay, check this out. Check this out. This is the first video I'm going to cross-post. I'm going to put this video on Biomed RX TV and on Devin Lockett. I would like the members of both of those channels to become members of the other, and for those who are not members of either to become members of both. This is the first video in our series about neurofeedback therapy. I hope you enjoy it. Neurofeedback therapy, also known as EEG biofeedback, is an electronic method of restoring the brain to its natural balance. The process of neurofeedback is fairly simple. We use electroencephalograph technology to measure your brain waves. At this time, you are either watching a movie or playing a video game. When we detect undesirable brainwave activity, and I'm going to explain what that means later, the activity is discouraged by making the movie blurry or making the screen blurry or taking away from the clarity of what you're looking at. It kind of works on the same principle as if you were reading in a room and someone were to come in and turn the light on and off. Your pupils would dilate and constrict automatically. You don't tell your eyes to adjust to light changes. Your brain is directly connected to the eyes, and that's pretty much the way it happens. Now, when you're in neurofeedback, the same principle applies, except what is responding to the changes in the screen in the movie that you're watching are the pyramidal neurons that are directly beneath the locations where the EEG electrodes are placed on your scalp. In this way, we can gently encourage the brain to work more efficiently, to conduct the same thoughts and the same mental activity with less energy attached. But I'm getting ahead of myself. These neuroscientific terms are going to have to be introduced a little at a time as we go on. In order to view the full, unedited version of this and all of our training videos, you would have to become a patron on our Patreon page at patreon.com/BiomedRxTV. A link will be provided in the description below. Before we get too deeply into neurofeedback, I want to discuss a little bit about my background. Those of you who know me know that in addition to being a filmmaker, I also have a background in biomedical engineering. I started off in the United States Air Force years ago in biomedical equipment maintenance technology, and I started this company, BiomedRx. Biomedrix has provided healthcare technology management services to healthcare providers as well as medical equipment manufacturers in the United States and over 30 countries outside of the United States. And we've been around since 1996. I've been teaching biomedical equipment maintenance in the United States as well as in over 30 countries in the Caribbean and Latin America. I've been teaching in English as well as in Spanish. Now, in the process of doing all of this teaching, I've learned that I have an ability to explain complex technical concepts in simplistic terms in various languages. And I'm going to try to do that here with neuroscience. Now, I know that I'm going to be viewed by some neuroscience professionals, and I do appreciate constructive feedback. I am a student. I'm constantly learning myself, and I'm constantly honoring the work that's been put before me by the doctors Othmer at the EEG Institute, as well as the college training that I'm finding in neuroscience. Neuroscience is an industry that is constantly growing. We are constantly learning more and more about the brain every day. So some of the things that I put in my videos are going to be outdated very quickly, and some of the information is going to be altered or just a little bit out of date, I guess you could say, as time goes on. You're going to have to forgive me for that. But once again, if you want to view the full version of these videos, please become a patron on our Patreon page. That is patreon.com/BIOMEDRXTV or patreon.com/Devin Lockett. Now, neurofeedback basically means biofeedback for the brain. It is a process of training away dysregulation in the neocortex. Dysregulation occurs whenever we have intense emotion or boredom, which is basically ADHD, or shock, or trauma, or arguments. The accumulation of this dysregulation in the neocortex, the overaccumulation of this dysregulation is called PTSD, right? It's manifest in PTSD. This dysregulation tends to manifest itself in certain parts, certain areas of the neocortex over and over again in individuals, depending on the lifestyle that those individuals have lived. Most of us experience a lot of emotion in the parietal lobe, in the occipital lobe of the neocortex, and a lot of the troops that go overseas and fight in war, they're exposed to combat. They accumulate a lot of dysregulation here in the frontal lobe as a result of having spent a long time in a state of hypervigilance, keeping one eye open or always looking over your shoulder, basically sleeping with one eye open. this takes a toll on the brain. Okay, we've had a lot of success working with veterans here at the Biometrics Health Center in addressing post-traumatic stress disorder with the therapies that I'm about to discuss. All right, see, I told you guys I wasn't going to show you the whole video, but if you want to see the rest of the video, it's on this channel, whatever channel you're watching us on, Rumble, BitChute, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere that I'm broadcasting, and I happen to be broadcasting everywhere right now using Restream. So I feel great. I'm going to go out and get some fresh air and touch grass, right? I'm going to put my feet on, walk around in some grass, and, just kind of relax, enjoy the rest of the evening, rest of the day. We're going to do more training tomorrow, probably some more neurofeedback and some more physical training. Or maybe not. I think I might take a ride to Beverly Hills. Either way, I want everybody to stay kind. Stay kind and be kind, right? Be good, be kind. There's too much meanness in the world. I'm trying to show you how to raise your vibration, first physically and then emotionally, right? Or character, right? We often go over the brainwave frequency chart, right? As you can see, I just finished training in the gamma zone. There we go. In the gamma zone, right? In the gamma wave, which is associated with insight, peak experience, and synchronization. And yes, it is. It's quite effective. Okay, it's quite effective. And the goal is once you are shifted, in other words, once you have obtained a permanent shift in neocortical arousal or the speed at which your brain functions, for example, over time we can start raising up your spiritual vibration, right? Your vibrational energy, so that you're not in survival mode down here with anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, and shame, but you go up higher, right? Pride, courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, and finally enlightenment. And I wish that everybody could reach that state. But what we have to avoid is hanging down in the bottom of the chart, hanging down in the survival mode, because we don't treat each other very well when we do that, right? Look for the map of consciousness, a credit to Dr. I don't know if he's a doctor. Well, yes, he's a doctor. He's a psychologist. But David R. Hawkins, and it gives a better explanation of what these vibrations of consciousness, these energetic logs, vibrations of consciousness are when you experience them, and where you are in your character, in your personality, in basically yourself, right? What paradigm you're living in. I want to keep everybody at least above the courage line, right? From courage to enlightenment. Anyway, that being said, I go over this same thing pretty much every day. So I want you guys to let it sink in. I mean, that's all I can say. Let it sink in. So that's about it. You hear the train passing, and it's about my time to go outside and get some fresh air. Thank you for watching. This has been the Peak Performance Protocol, but not physical peak performance, but mental peak performance. Now, eventually, I'm going to show you guys how to train across the somatosensory band and the motor cortex. And the somatosensory band, let me see, I can probably find this. Let's see if I can find that image for you. And the motor cortex is good if you are training for sports peak physical performance. When we get closer to the March, when we get closer to the marathon, the LA Marathon, I'm going to show you guys how to train the motor cortex. I'm not going to get into motor cortex training just yet, not until the weather cools down, because it's hot, and it's good to train when it's hot. But if you really want to get the most out of your body, you don't want to be fighting 90-something degree weather. You know what I mean? And let's see, where is it? Perhaps here. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have to prepare a little bit better because I don't have access to my motor cortex images right now. But as I always say, stay kind, stay blessed, stay healthy, stay loving, right? Stay sexy, all of that good stuff. And have a great